Hi everyone, Simon from Fire Cherry. Hope you're doing well. Had a good week and all that. Okay. Update for the Truth album. Um, it's going well. At last, I have finalised arrangements. Yeah. Um, Having to do a little bit of jiggery pokery, uh, particularly on one song. But it's like anything. Chip away at it, you'll get there in the end. So yeah, I'm really pleased that's finally done. I'm really pleased the arrangements are pretty much set in stone now. Um, as of last time I spoke about bass lines, yeah, um, I've written all the bass lines now. Now I'm just practicing the hell out of them, and I'd say 80% there with the rhythm guitars as well with what I've written. There's a few things, um, it's like the core of the rhythms. They're written. It's just some flowery moments that I want to complete properly. Um, Not that I don't complete it properly normally, but basically what's happening is like I said before, I really want to push myself and not do the same old thing over and over again because that can get boring. Um, so that's basically what I'm doing now. Is I've got all the bass parts written. I've got the arrangements done. I'm going to be practicing the bass parts. Yeah, and I've written, like I say, most of the rhythm guitar parts. Um, Getting there with those. Getting there with those. Uh, yeah, I spoke before about how important bass lines are. Um, you know, bass is one of the most important instruments in any song. It holds it all together. You know, um, but rhythm guitars, yeah, you got to keep those rhythm guitars tight. So what makes people, you know, rhythm and solo guitars, yeah. Without realizing it, most people hear rhythm guitar 90% of the time, and they hear 30 seconds of solo, but the rhythm guitarist doesn't get as much credit as the solo. Don't know why, but when you're playing rhythm guitar, you need to play like your life depends on it. You need to keep those rhythms grooving. Yeah, you don't want to be playing sloppily in rhythm. You play sloppily in rhythm, and it will just fall apart. So in a lot of ways, it's a bit like the bass. You play sloppy as a bass player, it will fall apart. Yeah. But a solo, yeah, solos can be a little bit. I wouldn't say sloppy, but not as they can get away with a lot more in a solo. Yeah, and say that it's artistic. Yeah. But anyway, I'm digressing quite a lot. So where we are, bass arrangements done, bass lines written. Yeah, more or less all the rhythm guitars written. Solos, I'm still writing those. Still writing those. The lyrics are written, kind of. They're like first passes. I will be tweaking and tweaking and tweaking lyrics. Yeah. So next plan. We're coming up to Christmas, and I'm hoping to get a big bulk of recording done over the holiday period. Fingers crossed and all that. So basically, as soon as I stop recording this video, I'm going to be starting to record bass lines. Yeah. Um, what I want to do is try and capture that energy of a bass line. So this is where it's a bit of a dilemma for me now. Is production wise, what kind of sound do I want for this album? Yeah, and that I haven't decided yet. There is production heroes of mine are quite varied, but one of my biggest heroes and biggest influences is a guy called Jack Douglas. Now, for people that don't know Jack Douglas, he is responsible for most of the 1970s output from Aerosmith. Yeah. And he was a big proponent of put the band in the room and capture the energy. Yeah. Big proponent of that. And I love his production. I gotta admit, I love that energy that he managed to get out of them. Yeah. Okay, I'm a little bit biased because I'm a huge Aerosmith fan. Aerosmith are the reason I started playing. Not true, actually. My dad was the reason I started playing. Aerosmith was the second biggest reason. Okay. But I also admire Bruce Fairbairn as well. Funnily enough, he did a lot of the. He did, was it 3 albums of Aerosmith's in the 1980s? Yeah, he did Permanent Vacation, Pump, and Get a Grip. Yeah, but he also produced a lot of other people as well. I love his production style. But I also admire people like Mutt Lang, who's in a lot of ways the polar opposite of Jack Douglas. Whereas Jack Douglas will put people in a room and get the groove, get the energy, get that band energy playing together. Mutt Lang, he would be super perfectionist, and but you can't argue with his results. Yeah, if you listen, he done some great ACDC albums. Yeah, but obviously he did Back in Black, still one of the biggest selling albums of all time. Um, but he also did some of the Def Leppard albums. Now, if you listen to what's it, Hysteria? I'm pretty sure it's Hysteria. He took so long to record that. He's recording like one bar at a time, and really perfectionist. But listen to the results. It's amazing. So, which way do I want to go with this album? Do I want to go the Jack Douglas route? Or do I want to go the Mutt Lang route? Or do I want to find some in the middle ground? Ooh, it's a tricky one. Tricky one. And that's something I need to decide. Yeah. Um, but that's going to take a little bit of thought. That's not a decision for today. So anyway, that's where we are. So, let me stop my yakking. Start laying down some bass lines. Anyway, I've been Simon from Fire Cherry. You've been amazing. I'll see you soon.